We back, baby. We back. We back. We back. I'm just hoping that I can get into this long somewhere. Mm. A kingdom for a heart. I'ma pay that shit regardless. Dude, we got a lot of room for upside, man. We got a lot of room for a slingshot reversal. This thing is going to probably slingshot and use all these stops. Use all these stops. Man. All right, so I'm gonna have to pull that order if we'll see what happens. I mean, if price gets to like 42, 40, then I'm gonna have to pull that order. I think I got in too late. I think I got in too late. I have to pull that order if it doesn't come back. If it touches 42, 45. A kingdom for a heart. I'ma pay that shit regardless. Hey, what's up? Hello. I trade mini contracts. I'm trading for, well, actually, it really depends on which prop firm that I'm trading on. This strategy is specifically for MFF, where I trade the 50K account, and I just trade with 10 micro contracts. I could just trade with one E-mini, but honestly, I should just trade with one E-mini, but I like the price action on the micro side a little bit better. Actually, let me even, hold on, give me a second. All right, so 72 to 18. All right, so with this particular strategy, so I use the consistent 11 strategy with my 50K accounts with MFF. With that, because they have a consistency rule on the funded side, I trade those accounts with that strategy with a one trade rule attached to it. The profit target is at 13 points and 13 points and 2 ticks, which is like $600. And I gotta make $600 for 5 days to pass the eval. And then I'll turn around and use the same strategy on the funded side to stay within their consistency rule. I do have a rule to where if I lose, I have one more opportunity to make back what I lost. Because with the ES, if you get in at a good spot and it just doesn't work out, usually that follow-up trade will at least bring you back to break even. If not, bring you back positive or give you a little bit of money. So depending on where I get in at, I can exercise the option of trying to get my money back. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, the max loss in an account will be $900 per loss per day. With this strategy, I make $650, I think, and I can lose $450. So 2 losses would equal up to $900, and that will be my max loss. But I usually don't lose twice on the ES, usually. And that's how I trade the MFF because of their consistency rule. This account is Apex, so I can trade with minis. I can trade size. I got a 300K account with Apex. I think I missed this. So I was able to catch the bottom today. I did catch the bottom of this move. Like, I think I was only in a tick of drawdown, and I was able to catch this move in both of my accounts today. So that was pretty cool. And so I don't have to worry. I've already made the maximum profit in both of these accounts, so I don't have to trade these for the rest of the day. So I can just come back next week with these accounts. And now it's time to get these Apex accounts. I think I have $10,000 more to make in this account. I have to make 10K more, and then I'll pass it. Yeah, I think I missed it. If this thing gets up like the 42, I mean, honestly, I think I missed a pullback already. I think the bulls already bought it. I mean, they broke out, and yeah, I think by the time I got in front of the computer, the move already happened. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so yeah, the move already happened right here, unfortunately. So, I mean, if it gets to like 40, 42, 45, I'm gonna have to pull this order if it keeps going up because it's already reached, if it, once it reaches its objective, then this entry would be no good. This entry is just a pullback entry, hoping that I can get a pullback, but I think the move somewhat has already happened. Dealing with micros. Yeah, I'm actually going to buy some tomorrow. Hold on, you said Blue Knox? Blue Knox. Blue Knox. Are they good? Because I was thinking about getting the Blue Sky evals tomorrow. But which one is better, the Blue Knox or Blue Skies? I'm looking at the Blue Skies Discord, and it seems like nobody's there. So let's actually look at Bull Knox. Seems like everybody's having a 90% sale. I wonder why. I don't know if you've heard, but there's some rumors that there's going to be some changes coming to the prop firm space. And it's interesting that there's a lot of these prop firms are trying to, looks like they're trying to have a fire sale, doing 90% discounts and stuff. Like, what's up with that? Bull Knox. Yeah. After hours are definitely slow. And a lot of people usually log their accounts for Asia because they usually blow them. You know, if there's a 90% sale, you already know what account I'm trying to go for. Oh, so they have an activation fee at the end of this? Oh no, you said that they have a 90%? He says, you said that they're having a 90% off? It looks like, well, it looks like they're saying that it's only 60% off or $60 off. $60 off. Oh, the Help Center tab? Hmm. Cove trader. Oh no, where's the how much is their subscription activation fee? How much is that? Oh yeah, speaking about Apex, did y'all see how much they make a month? Did y'all see how much Apex has reported that they make a month net? Did y'all see that? Yeah, there is no reason why Apex should not be paying nobody out. There is no reason why Apex, I mean, unless they just don't want to do it just because they don't want to. They're saying that since July, all the way up to October, July, they made, actually, hold on, I sent it to Smith. It was freaking crazy. Hold on, $900? Okay, yeah, they can keep their account, dude. That's crazy. $900 for what? For the activation fee? Or is that like all together? That's crazy. Apex has reported that they make, so let me see if I can find this damn text message I sent to Smith, because yeah, it was crazy. 13 million in July, 17 million in August, 9 million in September, and 16 million in October. These guys are making, what is that, 9 figures a month. Apex is making 9 figures a month. And supposedly, that prop firm that I guess that, well, what's that prop firm? It's called like Day Traders or something like that. This is probably what this whole thing's about, where I guess this group must have built the automation behind Apex to where once you signed everything, your account was automatically provisioned. Apparently it's these guys that used to work for Apex, and they basically using Apex's same model for theirs. All evaluations. So, okay, so a lot of people are, okay, so what the hell is going on? Why is all these prop firms now doing 80% off, 90% off? What's going on? What's happening? Okay, I got to pull that order. I missed it. I got to pull that. If that were to pull back, that means it would crash. All right. I got to pull that order. All right. So I'm in the sim now. Let's see what we can get. All right. So yeah, so it seems like a lot of people are doing 80% off, 90% off. What the hell is going on? And they're doing the same thing just like Apex. I mean, shit, Apex has a working model. If Apex is making 9 figures a month, I'm surprised every prop firm doesn't use that model. That is absolutely crazy. And this is net, people. They're making 9 figures net over there at Apex a month based on what they reported. Yeah, they can keep their accounts, because that's crazy. Why the hell that's crazy, dude. Dude, that's crazy. Who's actually paying $900 to activate a 300? That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. $900? I haven't even started trading yet, and you're trying to charge me $900? Get out of here, dude. So they're saying that all evaluations now are 80% off. I mean, I guess with these prop firms, with these new ones, it's get a payout before they go belly up. Try to be the first one in line with the Ponzi scheme, and try not to be the last one holding the bag. Try not to be. All right, so they're selling their 300K static account for $115 with the 80% discount. Oh crap! What? Unlock what? What? 90% off? What? What? All right. Well, shit. Damn, they're basically giving this one away. Hold on, man. So let's just say that if I were to get their 300K static account, this will be $60. Huh. Dang, this prop firm is talking to me nicely right now. It's saying, hey, get your first eval for 900 or 900. Shit, 900. 90% off. Mm. Mm. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Well, y'all guys think, would y'all get this? These are people that Apex, or I guess is got that lawsuit with Apex, I think. If I'm not mistaken, is these guys. I think these guys are the people that were, or I think these were guys or one of their affiliates, I think. And then they went off and used Apex's model and did their own thing. I'm not sure. I'm not that invested in the Apex dramas. I'm not that invested in it. I'm gonna be completely honest about that. So they're giving off 90% off your first eval. Hmm. I'm gonna have to think about this. It would be nice if they had like a Discord or something. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I'm kind of skeptical is because I'm pretty sure they're going to want to ask for a lot of personal information, a lot of sensitive information. That's always my concern with these new prop firms, or with prop firms in general. I mean, yeah, obviously you have to give out a lot of personal information to these firms, but I'm always going to be skeptical about, like, when a firm doesn't look professional, like when it just looks like. Mm, mm. Let me look at the rules and see which one. Let me see. So if I can get the static account and give me this. Mm, yeah, let me look at this. Let me see. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I get the ES drop a little bit. Nah. I really want to get in around 32.75. 32.75. This is where I want to get in at. But I think the move is already done. I think they want to come back in and drop that a little bit. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm going to pass on that one. I think I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on that. I'm going to pass on that one. Because a lot of these prop firms now, they're like cash grabs, honestly. Not saying that this is one. I don't know these people. Obviously, I haven't tried their firm. I'm just going to stick to the devils that I know, the ones that that already has a history of paying out their traders. Yeah, yeah, I think so too, man. He says my thoughts on gold. Let me look at that real quick. Yeah, it seems like I'm looking in their Discord right now. Since January 1st, they've had a 50% sale. I mean, I get it. They're trying to be like Apex. Apex makes 9 figures a month. So, I mean, and they always doing sales like this. But when you're new, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I mean, you just jumping in the game, you just throwing out 90%, 80%, this, that, and the third percent. Again, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick to MFF Apex. I was kind of skeptical about getting a Blue Sky account because I look in their Discord and that shit is damn near dead. I look at the competition that they're running right now, and according to the leaderboards on their website, I mean, nobody's doing it. So I'm like, well, I mean, do they got traders? Do they have a community? I mean, okay, that Discord crap, I can't take this. I can't stand that. That Discord sound. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this. I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm passing on it. I'll pass on it. I mean, if that 90% sale for your first one, if that's legit, then we'll just wait until we go down the road, or further down the road. Let them get a little bit of history, because I don't want them to have all my personal information on their data, kind of like just like FTT on their databases, on their servers. They're collecting data, and they claim that over there, they claim that scammers did this and that. Well, I don't want my information on their servers if situations like that is going to happen, and they're not going to be held accountable. Got credit card information, your address, your social security, all that personal information. So nah, I'll pass on that. All right, so let's look at gold. Let's look at that. It's looking like a failed breakout to me. It's looking like a failed breakout to me. Let's see if we can find a range first. We'll see what happens here. It looks like a clean liquidity sweep above that high, obviously. Here's my pen. If the bulls come back and they can hold the top of this range, then I would consider a long here. But gold don't really trade like that. You really don't see moves above highs that hold. You really don't see it. Now, if we get a breakout, if they successfully, I mean, they've already broken out a little bit. If they hold that and they move up, then this is a good area to look for a long. But the bulls have yet to prove that they're going to hold this. They haven't proved it yet. They got to hold that breakout, and it looks like it's about to fail. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll come back to gold. I think they fell here, but they could hold it. They could. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see, man. Second, speaking about that, Bitcoin's pumping too. All right. So the Nasdaq is coming up to that golden zone. We'll see what happens when price gets up into that swing high right there. This could be a potential trap right here for the bulls. We'll see what happens here with the bulls when they get here at this potential trap high right here. That's why I got that line drawn out. We'll see. It's right there at that golden zone too. Hey, what's up, J Powell? What's up? And it's good to see you too, man. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been doing? All right? Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Be real. I definitely agree. I would not trust that with gold, but the Bulls definitely have to prove themselves. They got to hold that. They got to hold. They got to try. The Bulls fail to hold above that high, then we'll see. We'll probably see a move back down here to 26.9. And I'm pretty sure Bulls are going to definitely be sitting here if they fail to hold it here. I'm glad to hear that, J Powell. I mean, what have you changed in your strategy if you don't mind sharing? And yeah, the consistency thing is definitely true. It definitely is. I will say that the consistency part, that's probably one of the best things that these prop firms has done for us as traders. has given us a consistency rule to follow, even if it was against their will. And now, because with that consistency rule, now I can tell myself, I can give myself an excuse of, this is why I stopped today. This is why, when even though price was still going up, I had to take my profits at the maximum daily profit to stay consistent. $301. We'll see. We'll try. Why not? You know, that's what's up, J Powell. That's what's up, man. That's how trade. I mean, that's how easy trading is for real. The patient part. That's how easy trading is. We talked about it last night. You put your limit at a level. When you let the market come to you, the market gives you a big hug and they go away. You chase the market, you start chasing her, then she starts attacking you as you try to chase her. Just let her come to you. She'll give you a big hug and she'll go away. She'll definitely go away. I've come to realize that if I get in at my levels and they're not doing this, if I don't see a wick, if I don't see it touch my level and wick away, then I know that I'm not in the right spot. You know when you're in the right spot because it does the same thing. It touches that level and it wicks away and it runs. Touch, wick, run. That's how you know that you're in the right spot. You see that wick and it runs away, you're in the right spot. And I'm looking for around like 295, 295. I mean, 285, because wasn't 285 on the, yeah, okay. So yeah, 285 was that level from last week that we got that after we saw a break at 285, because you can see that they were finding support at this level at 285. And then we got that big breakthrough last week. Once it finally got that break, and then once it came back, it found support and came back up. So it looks like people are trying to short it at 285. But again, I think that swing high at 300, 298, 300. We'll probably see some people take their profits right here. And we'll probably see price come back down into this range right here. Not a reversal, but price come back into this range. We'll see. And shit, with the Nasdaq, you really can't get caught up in these little micro moves she makes. If you get caught up in these moves, She'll make you pay for it for sure. So this was that level last week, like I said. I mean, if where was it at? Right here. Man, if you caught this move right here at that break of 285, if you caught this short, this was an accelerating short. I mean, shit. If you looked at the thing with Bookmap Chat, it looks like people. Well, it felt like after they caught this short, they needed a cigarette afterwards. That's exactly how I felt when I caught it. I mean, it's so fun being a bear. We can catch a straight move like this down. It's a beautiful move. But that's that level right there, 285. So I'm going to be watching how the market reacts here. I think we're going to probably see people initially try to short it. But if it keeps going up, I think the short, like I said, is right here. Or probably, I don't think high a day. I don't think they take out high a day. Not right now. But yeah, I'll be looking to see how the bulls react in this range right here. And based on the structure, if the price does come back in here, we should see it hold. We should see it. Let's actually look at the gold play. I think I got this trend line drawn correctly. It's touching these 3 wicks right here. Yeah, and then it touches this little right here as well. You can see that they try to short, and then you got that stop run higher, and they're finding support at that trend line. So I think I've drawn the trend line correctly. That should be right. That should be right. Yeah, that should be right. When it comes to bullish trends, especially if you want to short, what I've found to be the most successful way to short is to wait for a trend line break and for them to test the other side. So all the bull stops are right here. So if you were to see a candle, if you were to see a candle break below this, and then the shorts would be the way to go. And I would look to see how the bulls react right there, because all these stops is going to get ran at a trend line break. I do want to see what they do here at a double top. And I do want to see how price reacts if it makes it to R3. but gold is definitely bullish. Honestly, let's actually talk about that though. I think if you're trading gold tonight, we got non-farm payroll tomorrow. From what I've noticed that gold likes to do is every night before we get inflationary data, gold starts to trend the night before. So if you're not in this long, I would sit on my hands until tomorrow. It may give you an opportunity to get in long, but at the same time, I wouldn't short this. I wouldn't recommend shorting this unless you see that break of this trend line and them coming back and they're shorting the trend line. If you see a break and then they come back and then they start to short it, that can be a short opportunity. If they break this, if they start to, if price trades until these stops, that's a short opportunity. But obviously, you have to wait for, or you have to pay attention to what they do at this area right here on gold. But if this thing continues to trend or starts trading in a range, I would sit on my hands. We got inflationary data tomorrow. I guess if you consider non-farm inflationary. Or I guess you should, because I'm pretty sure Powell looks at that. But we got non-farm tomorrow. And I'm pretty sure non-farm is definitely going to send us one way or the other. We talked about this yesterday. I was talking to Smith about this. And I was like, I bought puts, but I might lose that tomorrow. I bought Nvidia puts. I bought 130 puts on Nvidia, and I think I might have to close it. We'll see. Because we was looking at this yesterday. If we see a bearish reaction to non-farm, if price touch 130 on Nvidia, there's so much buyers down here. There's so many buyers down here at 130 on Nvidia. They'll touch this thing and this thing will probably shoot back up to 140. 136, 140. But we'll definitely see, or let me rephrase that. It's highly likely that we'll see a reaction if price touch 130, 125-ish. We'll definitely see a reaction. I mean, there's no way that buyers are going to allow Nvidia to tank when Nvidia is considered the market's darling. So there's definitely buyers down here. It'll be a gift for price to come back down here so they can have an opportunity to buy. And then I was looking at SPY as well. SPY kind of low key made a double bottom already. I mean, they kind of made a double bottom already, and they've made a higher low. But the only thing, I guess we would have to see. Because there's obviously that break right there. Price would have to get above that little neckline, that breaker structure right there. I don't see price coming back all the way up here to 600 though. That wouldn't even make sense. But I mean, shit, with non-farm, I guess it could. But hey, I guess it just wouldn't make sense. We got that rejection here. We got that rejection at 600. Well, I mean, I guess technically that is technically. I'm honestly looking for I was looking for SPY to come down here to like to 75, honestly. Right there to test that left shoulder. That's actually where I was looking at. We could see that tomorrow. I mean, I guess we could. NARM farm, I mean, the market could react negatively to NARM farm. I guess it could. But at the same time, I just have this feeling that the market has set itself up to shoot up because, I mean, yeah, we've been trending down, but I mean, we already know what's above these. We already know if we get a trend line break, what's in this area. Nothing but buy stops here for the market to just touch. And if we get a breakout above this range right here, we get a breakout from this range, we're going to start trending. But if we get a breakdown from the range, we're going to start trending. So NARM farm payroll will definitely break us out of this range. The question will be, will we get a range breakout to the up or downside? The way it's looking for, to me, it looks like it's highly likely that we get a range breakout to the upside, but I got puts, so hopefully it's to the downside. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. We'll definitely see. Yeah, I definitely agree, Brett, and I appreciate that, Eric. I appreciate that. I like to keep my analysis simple, technical analysis. I try not to even allow the news to, or when it comes to news, the way that I see news or the way that when there's a news release, what I've seen and what I've come to trust is that all news does is move price to where it was going to go anyway, without the price action. If you look at the power pumps, you look at FOMCs, you look at all the high volatile news moves, and you can see that wicks will touch levels perfectly and not go beyond it. Like as an example, you'll see like if this is where the liquidity is to go short, you'll see a wick touch it perfectly, and then you'll see this big nasty candle. I have yet to see news push price past an area of resistance and not fall and not react to it. I have yet to see it. And because I consistently see that, that's why I've come to the conclusion that news, all it does is just, it gets to where the market was already going to get to faster without no price action. It's just, it's there and then it's gone. And shit for the Nasdaq, same thing. I mean, we got this big range. We got all these buy stops above. I mean, we got sell stops below, but I mean, these bears are looking kind of weak and choppy. All price needs to do is touch in these areas and we'll break out and we'll trend to the upside. We have a lot of room for upside. We don't got that much room for downside. We got a lot of room for upside though. Let's see what gold does here. Let's see what gold does. Because now this is a double top. It swept the liquidity. If it keeps going up, then that's the bulls holding that breakout. And we'll start to see price trend the entire night. If they don't hold this, then we'll see the move down. But my bet on gold is that it's going to trend the entire night. Because they held this range breakout. And obviously this is the big range that price was trading in. Actually, this is the range. You can see that they failed to break out of this range right here. initially, and then price came right back into it. And this is their second attempt right here to hold the breakout of that range. And the Nasdaq is going right to that level. So we'll see. We'll see what they do here. We'll see what they do. Yep, it definitely is, man. Definitely is. And so now I just don't, me personally, when it comes to news, it's obviously I won't, if I'm not already well positioned into something, I'm not going to gamble it. But if I'm already in a position where I need to be at, I already know that if price is going to get to where it needs to get to before it even comes back and touch that stop. I've traded a bunch of CPIs and all that other stuff. I think we've called them perfectly. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's see. And the news, they all do the same thing. They all do the same thing. So I'm not scared of news. It's as long as I'm well positioned into something, I'll hold. I mean, as long as there's no rule against it in the prop firm, I'll hold my position if I'm well positioned. Yeah, but the way that everything is looking, we could start seeing everything start to trend higher tomorrow. And shit, honestly, let's actually look at let's actually look at let's look to see what they were doing before the close on Wednesday. Speaking of that, I mean, shit, we had our very first New York close today. That's weird to say. We had our very first New York close this morning. Instead of the New York open, we had the New York close. All right, so we got a bunch of puts expiring on the 17th on SPY. And they were bought. So, I mean, I guess a lot of people are expecting for, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for people to buy puts, but I mean, well, these are block orders though. So these could be hedges. We do have Trump's inauguration in the next, like, what, 18 or what is it, 19, 11 days? 11 days? What was that? 926. 265. I think we could see like a small little pullback here. I mean, they barely touched that. They barely touched this. But there's not enough room. Anyway, let's go back to. So yeah, we got the inauguration in 11 days. I think people are going to try to prepare for the Trump pump. I do think that we should expect a move, a continuation down. We should. But I don't think the market maker is going to want to pay all these puts out. That's why I think that we're going to probably get a pump. They're not going to want to pay these puts. And it seemed like a lot of people at close were piling in on puts. Oh, these puts are being written. These puts are being sold. All right, so they was buying this, so they were selling, or unless these were, so unless they were actually, let me look at these. Oh no, there was actually, all right, so they're selling them. Mm. I just want to see people selling. I want to see what they're doing just this week. Just want to see what they're doing. Mm. Mm. Honestly, I feel like that would be a trap if you go short here. I'm not saying that it won't pull back, but you got the high at 309. These are the things that I'm noticing right now. We got a strong push, kind of like that same situation with gold. You saw that breakout, that pullback, they held it, and price has yet to come back to the EMAs at all. This is a strong move higher. This is a strong move. It may be coming back to retest this high right here. But at the same time, we still have this potential trap right here as well. So somewhere in this range, we could see people try to take profits here. But I mean, shit, the Nasdaq has done crazier things, but I mean, if it breaks out of that structure, then obviously the stops above this high, I mean, it's just going to keep going higher. I mean, if it breaks above this and not stop. I mean, if we do see a pullback, it'll possibly be here. Probably S3. If they buy it off the 21 EMA. And I just noticed that too. They're finding support at 285, that level that broke last week, and we got that super dump. They're finding support at this level, or at least they're trying to. Mm. All right, so it does look like R3, or at least for right now, they swept the liquidity above this high on gold. And right now they're shorting it. What I would watch, like if you're planning on trying to short this on gold, yeah, I was about to say, don't get trapped. You have to wait for them to break this trend line. And we're not talking about like a break. We're talking about a close, and then you have to wait for them to come and test the trend line to short it. But this is where the stops are right there. Around 695 is where the stops are. And if we do see a drop, it's going to probably get bought right back up. Because now, like I said, gold is now trending higher. It's trending now. Mm. I've been trading since 2021, I think. I became profitable in about, I became consistently profitable 2022-ish. No, COVID happened in 2020, right? So I started trading like maybe right before COVID happened. Probably like late 2019. That's when I started trading options. And then I think around COVID is when I switched to futures. And then around like 2021 is when I became consistently profitable with the futures and got multiple payouts from multiple firms. Okay. We'll see what happens here. I think don't let this, like I said, don't let this candle fool you. I mean, yeah, we got a double top here. And gold does not play, but gold has been trending. So you're going to have to wait for the bulls to exhaust themselves, because if it drops, they're just going to buy it. The bulls are just going to buy it. And you can see that they're buying it right off that trend line. So I know that I've drawn that trend line right. They're buying it right at it. Yeah, I kind of figured that was a trap on the Nasdaq. I kind of figured it was. Yeah, that was a trap. Okay. All right, so let's see what they do here at the high of day. And I doubt that though. That wouldn't even look right. I know that we're kind of bullish right now, but I mean the Nasdaq will do it, but not the ES. Yeah, I doubt that. I doubt it. We'll see what happens here on the ES, like 45, 46. I would be highly surprised if price trades above this without market participants taking profits here on ES. Right here at this high, probably we'll get like 2 points or a point above it. I don't expect a reversal, but I respect people to take profits and price to pull back. It'll be surprising if I don't see it. I mean, I guess it could continue to go up to like the 50 or something because we did hit a area of support. We did double bottom here. Oh, my bad. Brett, you said, so what times are do you find the best for NQ and ES? Obviously, New Year. Just like Pareto has Pareto trades. Yeah. New York session for sure. 9 o'clock will be the most volatile time. 8:30, 9 o'clock. That's where most of the volatility, you'll see most of the volatility in both instruments. But if you want a clean, if you want a clean price action with both markets, I know a lot of people say don't do this, but I find that, well, I trade Eastern time or I trade Central. So this will be, so around like 2:30 Eastern time, 2:15 to 2:30 Eastern time, 1:15 to 1:30 Central. Look at the charts. The market is usually setting itself up around that time. You don't get none of the manipulation that you'll see in the New York session. The price action is super clean. It's super clean. But a lot of people will tell you don't trade at that time. I find some of the cleanest trades to happen at that time. Mm. Yep. Yeah. At 2 o'clock price action, dude, there's no manipulation at all. I guess the market makers are like, yeah, we'll let the kids play per se. And they don't mess with it. The price action is super clean. You get clean moves, clean setups. And yep, Alfred, yep, London pre-market. Yeah, it seems like so like the cycle that I continuously see. Okay. All right, people are taking it. So I was about to say, dude, if there's nobody taking profits at 45 on ES, I'm like, dude, no way. I mean, I wouldn't short this. I'm just saying that I want to see people take profits here. Like I said, we hit a good level on ES and on Nasdaq, so we could see a big move here. We could see 54. We could see 54 here on the ES. We could see them come back and try to rebalance this area on the ES. 57, that's a strong high right now. The bulls would have to break above 57 and find support for them to continue to trade higher. Above 57. 54, I'm still looking for them to come back in at R1 or at least a pullback. Cause I mean, this thing is just going straight up. But 54 is definitely an area that if we get here, I'm going to be looking to see how price reacts. I'll probably try to front run it at 52. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna try this out. Again, I'm in the sim on this one. I'm gonna test this short out. All right, damn, in the micros. I don't want to be in the micros, but I guess I'll test it out. We got to sweep of that high. I do want to see them pull back. I want to be in. I don't want to be in there. Mm. Oh, okay. I would highly doubt that though. All right, so I guess I'm not gonna sit here and watch this. See what gold's doing. All right, they're still playing at that trend line. They're still playing at that trend line on gold. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We'll see what happens in the next 2 minutes. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Ugh. Yeah, no problem, man. Actually, let's actually look at this because yeah, I'm about to end it in a minute. We'll see. We'll see what the Nasdaq chooses to do here. But again, this is a trade that I taken in the sim. Don't know why that was hard to say. But yeah, like around, so it's around like 1:30. That's 2 o'clock. We're gonna look at the Nasdaq before we get off. Oh, is my time? Oh yeah, that was yesterday. I was like, dude, what the heck is this thing? What the hell? All right. I don't think that was a good example. That day was a good example. So like around 1, you see how like around 1:30ish, the price action is super clean. The market likes to set itself up around like 1 o'clock. You don't see none of this manipulation moves around these times. You just see just clean, straightforward price action instead of all this crap versus early in the morning. So yeah, I mean the moves are faster, obviously. You'll see a lot of manipulation, but around that 1 o'clock, 1:30 time frame, you'll have clean double tops, drops, clean double tops and drops, clean price action. So I mean, if you're willing to wait after that lunch hour around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock central, that's a great time to trade. A beautiful time to trade. Versus trying to figure out if you're not comfortable with the fast movement of the Nasdaq and the manipulation and all the other stuff. If you're not comfortable with that. Central. So I'm so 1:30 Central. I think that for Eastern, that's what, 2 o'clock? Yeah, it's an hour ahead. But all right, guys, that's all I have for tonight. I did take this short, but I mean, who knows what the heck will happen? Who knows? I think that was a great area to go short. I don't, like I said, I do think that we could see price come back into this range. We should, at least. But this is the Nasdaq that we're talking about. I mean, even though we're in a bearish market, the bulls are still very aggressive and they're very strong. So you kind of have to pick your spots when you go for shorts. It's looking like I picked a really good spot for my short because, like I said earlier, when I was looking at it, I was like, no, they're going to try to trap bears at that level. And because at the time, it was looking like there was no room for a short. So if there was like no room for this thing to go down, then I was thinking to myself that, well, this thing has to go up and it's going to probably take out that high a day and sweep that high first and then come down. And it looks like my thesis is working out. We had a nice perfect entry at 305. And yeah, so I guess I'm proud of this trade. Or I guess I should be. So I'm guessing, my bad. I'm proud of the trade. But all right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. We'll come back tomorrow morning at New York Open, and we'll trade the reaction to non-farm. That said, peace out, everybody.